Okay, right? Guys, so I'm getting ready to screen cap my session from the Business Brilliance Summit. Terry Savelle Foy, and you can also listen to all of them and Coach Blogger. Find me on YouTube. I'm on YouTube about branding better now. So I'm getting ready to screen cap my session resonate more, but find something to resonate with. My screen is probably kind of small, but every day in my planner, I write down my dreams and goals and I review them every single day. Check this out. The proof is in the pudding. My mentor, Les Brown, says, don't practice what you preach, preach what you practice. So I can sit here and I can show you in my planner. I write an affirmation every day. I write my goals down every day. My affirmation is, Lord, I do give thee thanks for the abundance that is mine. I don't care if it's the King's English. I want abundance. And I'm going to say it every single day. Whatever you say out of your mouth is what your life is going to be. Stop cursing yourself. Okay? God says, I am that I am. His name is I am. So anytime you put something negative after I am, you're basically cursing him. I am fat. I am stupid. I am slow. I am broke. Stop putting those statements after I am. I am strong. I am courageous. I am rich. I am that girl. Come on, Coach Blaza. Hype me up. Okay. Number 5 is exercise. Your health is your wealth. There's no money truck behind the hearse. So if you do steps 1 through 4, you're making money. You're living life. You don't have 2 kids, 2 jobs, $0 like me. You're excelling. You're exceeding. But you don't eat healthy. You don't work out. You don't exercise. Your life expectancy is going to drop. So you have to exercise. When I wake up in the morning, I do 2 to 3 miles a day. I do an arm workout. I do an ab workout. I do something. You can even just go for a walk. I'm telling you today, 15-minute walk. Let's do it. Every day, do a 15-minute walk. In 21 days, it'll be a habit. And in 21 days, you'll be ready to go to 30-minute walk. I used to do 5 miles a day. It's kind of dark in the morning, so I don't do it currently, but I did 5 miles a day at 5 a.m., the 5 a.m. club and the rule of 5. All right, let's move on. But I just wanted to share with you the rule of 5, because if you do not have mindset, you cannot focus on your skill set. When you don't have a mindset and your mental health is bad every day, nothing else matters, right? We have to be healthy and mentally stable to do anything else. All right. So welcome to the Brand Better Now Masterclass. Dr. Mark Holland knows that I'm your branding bestie. I'm his branding bestie, okay? And he asked me, what can you bring to the Business Brilliance Summit? And I said, the only thing that I focus on is branding. So let me bring the branding. You know, I dabbled in a little bit of the mindset because I love mindset as well. And I know that it's vital because it changed my life and it can change yours today. My name is Coach Blaza. I'm from Pomona, California. I have a bachelor's in business from Wilberforce University. I'm a CTE certified teacher. What does that mean, Coach? Career and technical education. I can teach Canva. I can teach cosmetology. I can teach whatever I want to teach, but I know about everything on how to teach, so I'm certified. I'm a creative brand director. What does that mean? Creative brand director means I'm creative in creating your brand. I don't want your brand to look like everybody else's brand. I don't want your brand to look like Walmart. I don't want your colors the same as everyone else's brand. We're doing it creatively. I'm a motivational speaker with an emphasis on mindset. I'm a content coach and creator and a serial entrepreneur. Today's topic, content, branding, Canva. Now, we might have 3 topics, but these are all under the branding umbrella, okay? This is where you can connect with me. As I told you earlier, you need to be on every single social media platform. There are planning suites where you can schedule your posts to go to every platform so that you do not have to do it manually. One of them being the speakerconnect.com. Okay. Here's coachofblaza.com, Instagram, TikTok, X, YouTube, Facebook. I'm on all of them. Now, y'all know I keep it hot. If y'all don't know what hot is, it's honest, open, and transparent. Okay. That's how we're going to keep it today. Let me keep it hot. Instagram is my favorite platform. However, my audience may be on TikTok as well. And so TikTok is kind of like my Achilles heel right now. When it got deleted, I was like, whew. And it came back the next day. I said, oh, I have to post on TikTok more. I do have a social media planning site inside of my own personal software. And so as long as you guys commit, let's be accountability partners. Let's post on every platform together. Okay. But you can find me on every platform and also on LinkedIn. If LinkedIn is your preference, I'm your boss friend. I'm your business bestie. Okay. Now I want you to think to yourself, what brand is this? Okay, this brand is Nike. All right. What brand is this? Walmart. This one, Target. Some people like to call it Target. Okay. Mercedes-Benz. Now, this is Pretty Girls Don't Work. I have a female community for female entrepreneurs where I help them build their brands and their content. Pink Collar Brands, this is my branding agency where we brand motivational speakers so they can use their voice to inspire and impact. It's a little hard for motivational speakers to book gigs when they don't have a social media presence, they don't have a social media footprint, okay? So what I want you to do is actually right here in this moment, I want you to Google yourself. Are you Googleable? Are you able to say, hey, I popped up. Let me Google myself. Let me Google myself. Hold on. Let's see. Coach Blaza. Okay, it went right to my website. Hold on, y'all. Google yourself while I'm doing it. Okay. Everything we do, we're doing it right now. Okay. When I Google myself, my website comes up. Okay. It's only one Coach Blaza, right? It's only one me. But when I Google it, it's there. It's not that it's not there. When I go to the images tab, my images come up. If you didn't find yourself in Google, it's time for you to build a brand. And that's why we're on the Business Brilliance Summit. We have different certified speakers that are going to teach you inside of their niche on how you can build your business. And I'm going to teach you how to build your brand today. Okay, so what is your purpose? What is your niche? Your purpose is serving others, doing what you love to do. So what do you love to do? Society has told you that you can't make money doing what you love to do. Oh, well, I like to decorate cups with stickers like this. Okay, let's make some money. Oh, well, I like to make lipstick. Okay, let's make some money. Whatever you want to do, you can make money doing it. You just have to love to do it because you don't want to quit. Okay? What is your niche? You have to niche down. If you're doing water bottles, who is your target audience? Is it people that work out? Is it children? Is it adults? Now, you would think everybody uses water bottles, but still, when you do your marketing, when you do your branding, it has to appeal to someone, right? Like this is a Yeti. And I believe their original logo is blue. Now, blue somewhat appeals to men. However, maybe it means it has something to do with water, right? Blue also means trust. But because blue and water, they're locked in, that could be why Yeti's logo is blue. They deal with liquids. They have cups. Now they have coolers. Okay, do you get the point though? You have to niche down, okay? Step one, define your ideal client. That's what we just spoke on. So I want you to make sure you're writing this down. So write that down. In Notion, do not use a regular pen and paper. We've already talked about this, okay? Define your ideal client. To attract your perfect client, you must first have a clear understanding of who they are. Take the time to define your ideal client by considering factors such as demographics, psychographics, interests, and pain points. This will allow you to tailor your branding efforts specifically to resonate with them. Okay, let's go into demographics and psychographics. Age, sex, location, neighborhood, where do they live? Where do they shop? What are their patterns? Okay, for me, let's see. I like to read books, right? And so I've been going to Barnes and Noble and I've been buying bookmarks for the past few months. I don't even have this many books. No, I'm just playing. I do, but I've been buying bookmarks for the past few months. Why am I doing that? Right? So there's something about how they market their bookmarks in the store that make you want to purchase them. Okay, then you get the first one. You're like, oh my gosh, that one was so cute. Then you get the second one. So what are the demographics and the psychographics of the people that you're working with? Because your marketing, your branding has to target them. It has to speak to them. A lot of times when we start a company, we're doing it because we want to stop working a job. We're doing it because we need money and we don't want to have to work for somebody else to get money. However, you have to figure out what is your ideal client's biggest problem. Write this down. What is my ideal client's biggest problem? Not the smallest one. What is their biggest problem? Because this problem is the one you need to solve. Let's go back to Yeti, water bottles. The biggest problem is that they need something to drink. The biggest problem is that they're using plastic water bottles, and these are metal water bottles, so it keeps the water cold. Or if you have coffee, it keeps it warm. I have a coffee cup as well. And so that's the problem. Oh, I couldn't keep my drinks cold. Okay, Google, I need a cup that'll keep my drinks cold. Okay, that's what their ideal client is looking for. What is your client looking for? What is their biggest problem? What is their pain points? Okay, so if you sell lipstick, let's say you sell organic lipstick, okay? If you sell organic lipstick, the biggest problem for your audience may be that they're allergic to regular lipstick. There was a time when, after the pandemic, we didn't go anywhere. I didn't wear lipstick for a while. And so I believe that my lipsticks got old and the chemicals in them got old. So when I put them on, I would have a chemical reaction. But there's people having chemical reactions, and not just because the products are old, they're having it because something in it they can't have. So if you make organic lipstick, that's their pain point. I can't wear lipstick because I'm allergic to regular lipstick. I'm allergic to the chemicals. Okay. All right. Here is a brand board. Write that down. We want you to make a brand board. Now, what I've been telling clients and just people that I meet lately is that when you have a business, for example, you make lipstick, making lipstick should be your main priority. Okay. Nothing else should be your main priority. Not making your own flyers, not building your own brand. Okay. And that's because you're the SME or the subject matter expert on your brand or your business, not on graphic design, not on Canva. However, with that being said, it is always important to have a brand board. So whether you do your brand board or you hire someone to do this as well, this brand board will help your graphic designer, your branding agency build your brand. So it tells them what your logo is. It gives them an alternative logo. Sometimes logos do not fit properly on every product. So while a logo may fit good on this water bottle, it might have to be smaller for this lipstick. Okay, so see how small their logo is? Now, you're going to add pictures that are relevant to your brand. So you can do a brand photo shoot and then add your pictures to this. In the brand photo shoot, you want to have the brand colors on. As you can see right here, the colors are brown, green. They have the colors on inside the brand photo shoot. Brand colors, I'm going to blow this up. I think I can. Hold on. Okay, it's not blowing up, but hopefully you can see it. So they have green, tan, another shade of green, and pretty much like a brownish type of color. Right here, these codes are called hex color codes. They are a series of numbers and letters that let you know the exact color that you're working with. When I started my business about 6, 7 years ago, my color has always been pink, but I did not know that you needed these specific color codes. So with that being said, I might just use any shade of pink. You're not supposed to do that. You need to keep the same hex color code. So on Canva, on Shopify, on Google, these are universal codes, and these numbers and letters will be the same everywhere you go. You just have to add them into the new system. Next is going to be your fonts, also known as typography. When you go to Walmart, their logo is the same font every time. When you go to Target, their logo is the same font every time. I want you to start paying attention to everywhere you're going, seeing the brand, seeing the colors. How do those colors make you feel? Do they make you want to buy something? Pay attention to all of this, right? And so the font should match the brand. I was I wasn't today years old, but when I found out that the fonts mean something, it got a little bit deeper for me. And with that being said, so this is a boutique, and boutique is in a fun and flirty font. What if boutique was in a bold font? It wouldn't match the brand, okay? And so even your fonts matter. They should represent your brand. Step 2, craft your brand identity. Write this down. Your brand identity is the foundation for your branding efforts. It encompasses your brand's personality, value, mission, and visual elements. Develop a compelling brand story and choose brand elements like your logos, colors, typography, and tone of voice that align with the preferences and aspirations of your ideal client. Ensure that your brand identity reflects the unique qualities that set you apart from your competitors. Okay, let's break it down. What is a logo? A logo is, this right here. A logo is the logos I showed you in the beginning of the call, the Nike check mark, world renowned. Everybody knows what it is. What's their slogan? Just do it. What's your slogan? Right? Nike is known for being an athletic brand, workout clothes. And so their slogan is relevant to that. Just do it. Like, come on. Like, oh, I was thinking about working out today, girl. Just do it, girl. Right? Next is going to be colors. Who do you serve? Who do you serve? My first target audience was women. That's why this presentation is pink. That's why my brand colors are pink. That's why I wear pink. If you follow me on Instagram at Coach Ablaza, pink. Welcome to the pink. Okay. Now, so with your colors, let me tell you a few things really quick. Your colors, matter of fact, let's go to the Canva website. 1 second, guys. You're seeing a little bit of the behind the scenes, but I do want to show you this. Whenever you're building a brand, because I know when you're starting your brand, or even when you're in your brand, you might not always have the capital or the money to fund branding or rebranding. So this is for you. There's something called a color palette generator on canva.com/colors. You're able to upload an image, and you're able to pull the colors out of the image. We have the pink, we have the orange, etc. Okay. So I tell my clients, I tell my students that when you pick your brand colors, it needs to represent the audience. And at times, it can also represent your why. So say you used to watch the sunset with a loved one. Put the sunset in here. See if it's a relevant color to what your brand is. But put your why inside your brand, because we never want you to quit. We never want you to give up. Your why is why you started. Your why is why you'll keep going. Next is color palette ideas. If, say, you have female entrepreneurs as your target audience, you'll type in pink. And in the color palettes, it will pull up all types of palettes. Okay. So when I get a new client in my branding agency, Pink Collar Brands, I ask them, who their target audience is, what they're selling, what they're doing, what they're providing, what's their service, what's their product. And with that being said, I will come in here, and so if they say, okay, brown is my color, I will type in brown in the color palettes, and then I will find browns. This one right here, fire. Let me just click on one of them. Scooping ice cream color combination. So what if this will be a good one for like an ice cream shop? I think that an ice cream shop would need a pop of color though. This is almost giving me cappuccino coffee shop, but this is what they called it though, scooping ice cream, because it looks like that, right? That's the colors out of the ice cream. However, when you go on this page, you'll hover over, copy it, take it back to Canva, add it into your brand kit on Canva. Okay. Next part of the canva.com colors is color wheel. If I put my color in here, I don't know how I did my color. Oh, I think I was missing a D, and I wasn't. F-E-A-D. Okay, anyways, y'all, I'm just gonna click right here. Okay. So I was looking for pink though. Okay, there we go. There's a pink. So, you know, my color is pink, right? And so for years, I didn't, like I said, I didn't use the same hex color code. And then I didn't have colors that match exactly. Matter of fact, I had pink and brown, and they kind of match, but if I don't have the right hue, it doesn't look right. So my mom was like, those look like grandma colors. So she basically called me a grandmother, right? With those brand colors. If your target audience isn't grandmothers, then hey, don't go with them. Okay, so complementary is across from each other. So you get two colors that you can use together. Monochromatic is two colors on top of each other. So monochromatic, they go well together, but they're very similar. Analogous, this is three colors that match. Triadic, three opposite colors that match. So the previous one was three of the same hue. And then tetradic, okay? These are four colors that match. If your colors do not match, you do not need to use them, okay? End of the story. However, you also don't want to use a million colors, okay? So pink, women, yellow, women, green, men, blue, men, what are we doing, right? Who's the audience? But this right here will help you match your colors, simply put. Next is color meanings and symbolism. So if I type in the color blue, for example, blue, read more about blue. Blue is a color that's associated with royalty, art, military, business, and nature, okay? I know from being a branding expert that blue also means trust, okay? Blue also calms you down. Blue is the color of water, okay? So canva.com colors is the website that we're on. Make sure you tap into that. Let me go back to my presentation. Okay. Now, also your tone of voice matters. So I have a brand that's called Pretty Girls Don't Work, okay? With Pretty Girls Don't Work, what that means is we work smarter, not harder. And the brand voice, part of my brand voice is that I call my community, I call the community members pretty girls or pretty girl, right? Or the same, pretty girls don't work. This is the tone of voice that I'm going with. I'm speaking to women. I have to have the proper tone of voice, right? Lastly, right here, this is a expert branding tip. You can create a mood board to communicate your brand's colors, fonts, and elements. So that's similar to a brand board. So you can do a mood board or a brand board. Most definitely need a brand board, but you don't also have to do a mood board. It's really up to you. But mood boards actually are good for different projects, actually. So brand board to start the brand, and then mood boards for different photo shoots, projects. That'll help you out. Now, this slide right here is a few, not tips, a few resources, okay, that will help you. Resources / tips. So write this down inside of Notion. ChatGPT is AI, okay? They said AI is taking over. The only reason it'll take you over or that is negative to you is if you don't use it. So get with it or get lost in the ocean, right? So the next tip is Inside your brand voice, inside your brand mission, your vision, your statement, this is what you have to tell people. Your brand messaging is what this is. You're telling them who you are, what you do, who you help, how you help them. My name is Coach Ablaza. I help motivational speakers build their brand so they can use their voice to inspire and impact. Okay? So that encompasses everything on this list. Next, step 3, write this down. Develop a consistent brand message. The tips that I just gave you is what will do this, okay? Consistency is key when it comes to branding. Craft a clear and consistent brand message that communicates the value you provide to your ideal clients. Define your unique selling proposition and articulate it in a way that resonates with your target audience. Ensure that your brand message is integrated across all your communication channels, including your website, social media, and marketing materials. Okay, so your unique selling proposition. This is what makes you unique. What makes me unique is, okay, my name is Coach Ablaza. You never even heard of an Ablaza before. That's my last name, right? I'm just joking, y'all, but that's my brand name. So I don't use my regular name. I use my brand name, okay? Go on my page. All I do is wear pink, hues of pink, right? That's what you're going to see me in 9 times out of 10. The 1 out of 10, you're going to see me in my brand shirt. That makes me different. What makes me different is that I'm consistent. I have people tell me every day, every week, you're so consistent. I love it. And they give me the compliment, but are you consistent? Are they consistent? Time will tell. Okay. So what makes you unique? If you make lipstick, but it's organic, it's vegan, that makes you unique. But you have to let your customers know what you do, because if they don't know what you do and how you can help them, they won't take your help for free. So let's communicate that brand message clearly. And lastly, it says on all platforms, all communication channels. On Instagram, you're the same Coach Ablaza. You're the same person in your business. On TikTok, you have to come across as the same person. You can't post 10 different businesses on one page. You can't post 10 different messages on one page or on all the platforms. It has to be consistent. People love consistency. Consistency is key. As long as they see that you're consistent, they will become to know, like, and trust you. If people don't know you, they don't spend their money with you. If they don't like you, they don't spend their money with you. If they don't trust you, they sure not spending $1 or a dime with you. So you have to become known, liked, and trusted by your audience. And the only way you can do that is saying your brand message and being consistent with it. Step 4, enhance your online presence. In today's digital age, a strong online presence is crucial for attracting your clients. Optimize your website to reflect your brand identity and message. Create valuable and engaging content that addresses the pain points and interests of your target audience. Leverage social media platforms to connect with your ideal clients. Share relevant content and establish yourself as an authority in your industry. Also utilize search engine optimization. The reason that I was able to pull myself up on Google was because I have SEO, search engine optimization. Every website that I have, it asks you for SEO. What are your keywords? What's your title? What's a description of who you are and what you do? And that's why when I Google myself, I come up. So this is something that you need to work on. It improves your website's visibility and attracts organic traffic. Okay. There's one more thing that I want to address inside of this sentence. Online presence. Social media is free advertising. Social media is your online resume. I no longer use a resume. I meet you, follow me. Follow me on the spot, because I want you to see who I am and what I'm doing and why I'm doing it every day. So you have to have an online presence. People go to I actually know people that are probably wealthy, maybe millionaires. You go to their page and they're like, what is this? And because content is currency now, content is coins, it's your credibility. So you have to have credibility online. Okay, write this down. Step 5, engage and nurture your audience. Building meaningful relationship with your client and with your audience is essential for attracting and retaining your perfect clients. Engage with your audience through social media interactions, comments, and direct messages. Offer valuable insights, answer questions, and provide solutions to their problems. Create opportunities for two-way communication, such as webinars, live Q&A sessions, or an email newsletter. But above all else, focus on nurturing your audience by providing consistent value and building trust over time. Relationships matter. I just told you that your audience needs to know, like, and trust you. How can they know you if you never engage with them? They comment on your post, you never comment back. You never like the comment. You never answer messages, right? So you have to engage. You have to talk to your audience. Next is your live outline checklist. Write this down and take a picture of this screen. This is out of the content folder. You can find this on contentandbranding.com if you need a social media folder to help you do some of the things that I've been speaking on today. So right here is our list. 7 things you must do on live. Be confident. Build your self-confidence up. You cannot have a business if you're not confident in yourself, because it spews over to the business, okay? When you're on live, set up a ring light. Right now, you can see me. It's not dark. It's well lit. It's not blurry. I look good. Humbly as possible, right? But if somebody comes to your live and it's dark and it's blurry, your Wi-Fi is bad, they're going to leave. So get a ring light. I have my Amazon store on my Instagram at Coach Plaza, and you can see all the social media tools that I use to be successful. And all the money I've made it from social media. From social media to referrals to return clients. I have not had to really advertise. I have ran advertisements. And to be honest, I should have run more, and I'm getting ready to run more in the near future. However, I have made a lot of money off of organic content and organic social media marketing. Next, you want to plan what you'll discuss and announce it on your feed at minimum an hour before. Maximum, announce it like a couple weeks earlier, because you want people to show up on your live. If you're selling something, have your goal in mind on how much money you want to make. Share information. So like right now, I'm sharing a lot of information. I'm not selling anything currently on this Business Brilliance Summit personally, but if I was, I would give you information and I would say, hey, sign up for this, right? Next, you want to shout out your buyers. Whoever buys something from you, shout them out. Oh, shout out to Kimberly. I see she just ordered 2 lip glosses and a lipstick. Okay, girl. That encourages other people to buy. And honestly, your favorite stores, they bend the truth a little bit to get you to buy stuff. They'll say 50% off, but then they had already raised the prices a day before, right? So if you're on live and you're like, oh, shout out to Kimberly, and Kimberly doesn't exist, it is what it is, okay? Next, you want to create scarcity. So you got 10 lipsticks left, is what you were saying on the live. We only have 10 lipsticks left. This is called marketing. Do not feel like you're lying, because it's actually marketing. And I just told you your favorite brands, Walmart, Target, Express, Yeti, they're all telling us stuff in marketing that sometimes they're bending it a little bit. So you might have 50 lipsticks left, but today you got 10 on this live, okay? At the end of the live, ask them to comment on your Instagram. Just ask them to do something. It's called a call to action. Write this down. Call to action. You want them to do something. Follow me, like a post, share the post, but just something, okay? Now, before you're live, you want to engage with your followers so that when you go live, they'll see you pop up. You want a backdrop or a content corner. Right now, I'm recording this in front of a corner because the background is nice, right? It's inviting. I got on red. The background has red. It's beautiful, okay? This is how you can set up a content corner in your house. Now, you don't have to paint your wall. You can get a backdrop from Amazon, $15, $20. And set that up. When I first started, I had a dingy house. I had a dingy corner, and I got a beautiful painting from Ross for about $20. Everybody loved the painting. People that started with me, which I still have a lot of followers that were with me in the beginning, they'll tell you like, girl, I wanted that painting. That was beautiful. I still have it. Just don't have it up right now, right? Okay. Selfie lighter, selfie stick. Selfie light is for your house. Selfie stick is for when you're on the go. Add details to your topic before starting the live. I usually say mention to you so people will come in. Greet viewers that join. If I come on your live and you don't say, hey, Coach Blaza, I'm leaving. Just because it's social media doesn't mean that you don't have to be, engaging. Like, come on. If somebody joins your live, welcome in. Stay for a while. Share the live. They can do anything you ask them to do if you say it nicely and you're nice. Ask viewers to can you share this live with about 15, 20 people? Me personally, I've changed since then. I've been saying about 5 because I know 5 is not overdoing it. So but it's your audience. So if you feel like your audience is like, oh, I'm about 15, 20 people, boom, do it. But I just say 5 for right now. Thank viewers for their support. I'm so happy you're able to join the live today. If you can't watch the full live, watch the replay if possible. Pin your website link or a message to your followers. So at the bottom, you're able to pin a comment. You pin automation. I use something called ManyChat. Write this down. ManyChat. I used to tell people to click the link in my bio. We're done with that. We use ManyChat, okay? Or you can pin a comment on what you want them to do. Like this post, like the live, share the live. After your live is over, you need a live cover. I've gone away from just putting flyers on my live cover. I still do it. Like, go to my page, you'll see what I'm referring to on Instagram. But a live cover just like tells them what it was about. So if you had a flyer for the live, you can put that on the cover. And I used it on Canva, the Instagram story setting, to resize my flyer to put it on the cover. Okay, so Instagram post size to post it. And then when I need the live cover, I'll use the Instagram story template. Next, invite a collaborator. If you had somebody on the live with you, collaborate the post and then it'll show up on their page as well. I don't do this anymore because I had issues with this every time, but add to series. Let me see if series even exists still. 1 second, y'all. Some of the stuff like Instagram changes like every week. And so that's the only reason I'm wondering if they still have it. I don't see it. So they might not have the series. So yeah, if your page might have it, but mine doesn't. But I used to say add to series because say I do a Brand Better Now live every week. I can have a series to where you can watch all of them, right? Okay, add a caption. Make the caption problem, solution, action. Problem, solution, call to action. What did you talk about in the live? What did you solve? How did you solve it? What is it? What's the call to action? Call to action could be watch this replay now if you need help with your brand. Okay, simple. Hashtags. Use branded hashtags. Use your hashtag. For example, Coach Blaza, branding agency, hashtag pink collar brands, hashtag pretty girls on work. Use branded hashtags, but also use hashtags that have less than, I'll have to say, maybe less than 100,000 views or less than 50,000 views. And when you go on Instagram, you tap the hashtag, you'll see what I'm referring to. Some of them have millions of posts on them. We don't want the ones with millions. We want the ones with about 50,000 or less views. Let's say like 25,000 is not bad, but people can follow hashtags and so they can see your post through the hashtag. So you might have posts pop up and you're like, I don't follow them, but the hashtag is how it got on your page. That can be your marketing strategy as well. Next, when you go live, have a specific topic. I want you to screenshot this or take a picture of this with your phone. I'm giving you free live topics right here. And you're going to add it into your details. This still exists on Instagram. And so how rejection can help you grow. This is the same part that I was saying to put mentioned you in, because mentioned you, they're like, oh, you mentioned me? Like, people don't know how social media marketing works if they're a regular consumer. So when you put mention you like, oh, did they mention me? Or if you're going live about how rejection can help you grow and you know your audience needs that, they can see the topic when they get on there and then they can join, right? And then one more is, let me see, 3 things that are inspiring me today. So the Business Brilliance Summit could be inspiring you today. Coach Blaza could have inspired you today. You're inspired to build your brand today. You can go live today and say 3 things that are inspiring you today. So I'm challenging you go live today, send me the live. If I don't get on the live, I'll get on the replay and I will comment and I will say, hey, I see you. But don't forget, when you post the post, use the hashtag Business Brilliance and Business Brilliance Summit so I know that that's the live that we're doing, okay? Because I want to watch it. Next, you need a weekly and a daily content plan. This planner is for weekly content planning. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is called the content folder at contentandbranding.com. So when I first started doing social media content, when I first started doing branding, I was confused. I was lost. And so I had this one sheet that I was given from one of my coaches that does branding, Anetta Powell. And she was like, hey, if y'all want to redo this one sheet, I got this one sheet from Grant Cardone. I redid it with my brand, redo it with yours. And so this is how I actually made the content folder. And so I started from one page. I had a branding coach and I was like, oh, I love branding. I love teaching it. Like I was already a graphic designer, but the next level to graphic design is like branding. Like you should know branding before you design as a graphic designer, but if you don't, the next level is branding, right? You have to elevate every single thing that you do. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, X, live streaming, blogging, and emailing. I can say for sure I wasn't doing at least half of this when I first started, but I held myself accountable and I did the weekly content planner. So on Monday, I would say, okay, I'm going to do a live about how to brand your business. Facebook, I'm going to do a post about 3 tips on how to build your brand today. You want to start today, right? YouTube, I'm doing a 30-minute video on graphic design in Canva. Like this is how you build your logo for your brand. So these are the different things you do for the different platforms. And then lastly, email marketing, I was not doing that at all. So email marketing is following up with your clients, and your email marketing should always be branded in your brand voice and just telling your clients what you're up to and what you're offering. You can also just have a blog, on the email. You can have it on your website, but you can like send a blog out via email and just, talk to your customers. You don't like engage and nurture. You don't always have to be selling something, okay? So we're not going to do this activity, but I want you to take a picture of the screen. And what I want you to do today is plan out a whole day's worth of content. Take a few minutes to plan it out. And so I don't have a one person to share, but if you tag me or you DM me your plan, I'll take a look at it. I'll say, all right, like tell me who you are, what you do, and then what's your social media plan. You can write me on Instagram at Coach Blossom, okay? And lastly, with the weekly content planner, if you fail to plan to fail. So make sure you plan out your content. This is a part of your brand and your business. Next is going to be your profile picture. Your profile picture should be bright, beautiful. You should have all your brand colors. It should be inviting. It shouldn't be like, you shouldn't have your hair everywhere. Put some makeup on. Live a little. Look a little good, okay? Clear, bright, beautiful, full body. I don't like doing full body. I'm just going to be honest. It's just not me. So, this right here is good. If you like full body, do you? I would even have to say that my opinion has changed a little bit, like head to waist. We can't even see you if it's really your full body, right? So that's what I would say. I would suggest. Next is your story highlights. You see these right here? Hopefully you can see my cursor. These story highlights stay on your page until you take them off. And so these story highlights should tell people who you are, what you do, who you help, and how you help them, so they're not confused on what you're offering. Right here is your bio. Your bio should also tell people who you are, what you do, who you help, and how you help them. Reason being, when people go to your page and you want them to follow you and they don't know who you are and what you do, they're not going to follow you. We want the people that you want to serve specifically to follow you. So I help speakers build their brand. You see that right there? Boom, bop, bow. Follow me now. Picture quality, okay? What phone do you have? If you don't have a phone that has good picture quality, ask somebody else to take your pictures. Ask to borrow a phone, get a new phone, but do something. I know there's a lot of stuff that I'm giving you today that you're like, okay, I have to invest in that. But let me encourage you and just say, if you have to get one thing a week, if you have to get one thing a month, bi-weekly, every 2 months, whatever you can't do, you must do. Just buy one thing at a time and get the job done. But just know, whatever you can do, you must do. Sometimes we tell ourselves we can't do something, but in our mind, we have to tell ourselves, I must do it. I don't have another option. Tell yourself, there is no plan B. Society is going to tell you, they have all these norms. It's always something. You better have a plan B. When it rains, it pours. You don't need a plan B. You need to know what you love to do and who you're going to serve with it and what their biggest problem is. Okay? So I know I went off on a tangent, but natural light, good camera. Don't take the picture sideways. Let me show y'all. Don't take it like this. Don't take it like this. Take it like this, depending on the platform, right? Most platforms, your picture is going to fit if you take your picture like this. Please, if your pictures don't look good, they're not going to like them. They're not going to look at them, and they're not going to care. Like, I'm keeping it hot, honest, open, and transparent, y'all. Can I keep it hot? What's up? Next, Canva. Most of the stuff that I taught you on today, I use Canva to use it. Canva is from Australia. It's a graphic design platform. It is about $112, $120 a year, or you can pay about $10, $12 a month. If you have the budget for the year, invest into the year. When you tell yourself you can't afford something, you're saying that you're not worth it. I'm telling you today that you are worth it. Your family's worth it. Your why is worth it. Generational health, wealth, and mindset is worth it. Make the investment into you today. Or you can use the Canva free plan. But I'm telling you, when I first started, I did invest into a lot of things that I could have used for free. But Canva is not one of them. So make the investment, invest into yourself, and think, how can I afford it? Okay, write an ebook. Think of an idea. It just takes one idea to create something to be able to afford Canva. Okay, $10, $12 a month. Give somebody an Uber ride. Do something. Okay. Brand colors. They should be beautiful, bright, 2 colors. Wear your brand colors. For example, pink and brown. This is the grandma colors. Okay, we're full circle today. We know each other. We're boss friends at this point. So what are your colors? I want you to take a few seconds or just take a picture of this page and figure out your brand colors today. Don't feel pressure though. If you don't know your purpose or what you love to do, it's going to be hard to pick the brand colors, okay? So we went over this previously on canva.com/colors. I invite you to go on canva.com/colors to get your brand colors today. If you do know, I'm serving women. They're 40 to 55. They like these type of products. They like to shop here. I know their psychographics. I know their demographics. I know what they love. I know their biggest problem. These are my colors. Let's do it today. And just make sure you write this down in Notion and take your notes. Okay, Canva is good for logos. That's where I made this logo. That's where I made this digital download. I have a client, his name is Calvin Baldwin. I've published about 3 books for him on several platforms, Amazon, thebookpatch.com, Ingram Spark, that's the Walmart distributor. But this is one of his books, Amara's Adventures. I use ChatGPT and Canva to design his book. And yeah, you can use Canva to design anything that you need as well. Next is these Fortune 500 companies' logos. What do you notice about them? They're simple, not too many colors. If they have 4 colors, the colors match. Look at Google. It looks good. Looks copacetic. A lot of my people, we get really busy with our colors, okay? And I'm not just saying it's just my people, but I want to tell you today, keep it simple, honey. Keep it simple. The proof is in the pudding. These people right here are Fortune 500 companies. They've been around for a long time. Copy the right cat, okay? Don't copy their name. Just look at the colors and see, okay, that's simple. It's a strategy that works. Red, passionate. Blue, trust. Okay? It's simple. Blue, calmness. Okay? You can make ebooks on Canva. Let me tell you a quick tip on how to make an ebook on Canva and use ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT, I want an ebook on the 5 steps to branding better. Give me the table of contents. Once you get the table of contents, you copy the first tip, put it in ChatGPT. Now I need 3 paragraphs on this topic. You can write an ebook in 24 hours. You can design it on Canva. When you go on Canva, look for ebook templates, hover over it, make sure it has more than one page, and you're in the game. So let's get our ebooks going, okay? You can make flyers on Canva. This is adventureswithamara.com. This is where the book that I did for Calvin Baldwin is. I made his flyer on Canva as well. And it just, even just seeing this flyer excites me. So I know that the people that have purchased this book so far, they get excited, but you can make exciting flyers with your brand colors on Canva. And sometimes different projects that you have or different holidays that you're marketing during might have different colors, and it's okay to use those colors during those times, okay? Other than that, the brand color should never change. This is the content folder that I taught from today. If you need help with content and branding, by all means, scan the QR code here. We have a weekly and monthly content calendar, social media tips, engagement questions, live topics. And it helps with interacting with your audience. It helps you get clear on content and give your audience tips. Conclusion, okay? I had a great time with you today. I want to let you know that the compass in your life is your mindset. Where it points, your actions follow. Work on your mindset. Do the rule of 5. Invest in yourself and work towards finding your purpose in life, because if you love what you do, you will never work another day in your life. Purpose is hard work. That job is hard work. Okay? This is me, CoachAblazaSpeaks.com. If you need a speaker on branding or mindset, visit CoachAblazaSpeaks.com. I'll be happy to serve you today. Next is the Brand Better Now ebook. If you're on the Business Brilliance Summit, you're like, ma'am, I don't even know what branding is up until today with you, Coach Blaza. Scan this right here or go to brandbetternow.com to get your branding ebook so I can help you brand better today. It's free only today for you on the Business Brilliance Summit. Dr. Mark asked me to bless his people. Hopefully you got something great out of this. Okay, let's connect. This is the infamous Instagram that I talked about in the beginning. Love me some Instagram, y'all. Only write me on there. But I am on every platform. Scan this so we can connect on Instagram. I'm happy to connect and meet you today. Lastly, this is our Strive 25 workbook. If you're one of the people that in the beginning, I got you with the mindset piece, and you're like, I'm living the same year over and over again. I'm depressed. I'm anxious. I'm fearful. I got fear in my heart about what I'm doing. Striving 25 can help you, because striving means not quitting, not giving up this time. And so scan this QR code if you need help with goal setting, if you need help with your mindset. This is really a blessing. I just taught a class the other day at my co-working space, the Bebop Center in San Bernardino, California. This co-working space is for women. So I taught a class for women the other day, and I've done the workbook before, not to the fullest extent, but I did the workbook with the women in the class, and I was just like, this is sensational. Like, I know I made this, but like just doing it from start to finish and being able to focus and hone in on it, it was amazing. Okay. Did I say anything that helped you today? Please scan this and leave a review. Okay, I'm here helping my business bestie out, Dr. Mark Holland. But if you scan this, this will help me get reviews, but real reviews. Like, tell me your real opinion, and it'll help me book more engagements to help more people, because that's my purpose. I don't have a job. I don't have a plan B. This is all that I do. So help me. This is my payment for today. If you want to bless me, tip me, leave this review. Okay. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You didn't have to be here today at the Business Brilliance Summit. You really didn't. And thank you for investing your time, because I know the summit was of no cost to you, but investing your time is important, because you cannot buy time and you cannot get it back. So thank you for investing your time into me and to learn about building your brand today. I'm so proud of you for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here learning how to build a business with brilliance and build a brand. This is me, Coach Ablaza. If you want to keep in touch, support at CoachAblaza.com or my website, CoachAblaza.com. So what I want to say today is thank you for attending the Business Brilliance Summit. I want to encourage you today, wherever you're at in this process, you can do it. You can, you will, and you must be demanding. You can because you're capable. You will because you're strong, and you must because they're counting on you. Who is counting on you to have a brilliant business, to build your brand, to inspire and impact, to serve your purpose, doing what you love to do? My kids are counting on me. Generational health, wealth, and mindset. My speakers, our clients are counting on me for the same thing for them and their family. Okay, somebody's counting on you, even if it's just you. You deserve a good life. Life is to be lived. You only get one life. So come on, let's live today and let's have a brilliant business. Once again, Coach Ablaza, lovely meeting you here today. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining my live. That was me, Coach Ablaza at the Brilliance Summit. So thank you for tuning in, everybody. Hope that you watch that Brand Better Now training if you need help with branding. Let's connect on Instagram at